First question, a few substances are arranged in increasing order of their force of attraction between their particles. Which one of the following represents the correct composition? D.
Option D.
Option D.
Increasing means less to more, right? So oxygen, then water, and then salt. Option D. Next question, the chemical species P and Q combine together to form product R, which contains both P and Q. So P plus Q gives you R. P and Q cannot be broken down into simpler substances by simple chemical reactions. Which of the following concerning the species P, Q and R are correct? D. एक एक करके चेक करो एक एक करके चेक करते हैं R is a compound. Is this statement true? Is this statement true? Yes, R is a compound because it is made up of P and Q, right? And R is a mixture. False. R is not a mixture. P and Q are elements. Yes, P and Q are elements. R has a fixed composition. No. R is a mixture. So how it can be? R is a compound. R has a fixed composition, right? This makes it true. So 1, 3 and 4. Which one is correct? B. 1, 3 and 4. Now moving on to next. Which of these is a characteristic property of gases? Gases are not at all rigid. Gases are not compressible. Gases have particles in fixed position. False. Gases have high density. False. So option A. Gases are not at all rigid. The rest three statements are false. Choose the correct statement from the following. An atom has equal number of electrons and neutrons. Is this the correct statement? No. Atom always have equal number of electrons and protons. So ये false हो गया आपका. An atom has equal number of electrons and protons. This is true.
True.
कर लेते हैं. An atom has equal number of protons, neutrons. No. So this makes it false. An atom has equal number of all three subatomic particles. No. So which one is the right answer? Option B. Next, coming on to question number 5, the number of atoms present in each of the following chemical species. Right? 4, 5, 7. You can count and you also write it here. 3 plus 1 makes it 4. कितने atoms present हैं? 4. Second में 4 plus 1 makes it 5. This makes it 7. 2 plus 5 makes it 7. And this makes it 2. So 4, 5, 7, 2. Option B. Tincture of iodine has antiseptic property. The solution is made by dissolving iodine in alcohol. Wonderful. An element A combines with element B to form compound C. If the atomic numbers of A and B are 20 and 16, the chemical formula of C will be AB. अब ये कैसे किया इसकी working? Can anyone explain its working? A का atomic number क्या है? What is the atomic number of A? 20. And what is the atomic number of B? 16. So we are going to split the atomic number into its electronic configuration. That is 2, 8, 8, 2. Right? And this makes it 2, 8, 6. Right? So this is a metal. And this is a non-metal. Right? Sulfur. Precisely. So metals form cations and non-metals forms anion. तो इसमें क्या चार्ज आएगा? A2 plus and B2 minus. Crossover of valencies, what we will do? AB. When we have the same charge over, we never write the number of the charge. So what is it saying? Is A to B2 correct? The child has done A to B2? No. What should be the right answer? The chemical C. Yes. This is your C. So the chemical formula of C is AB. Which of the following is not a function of vacuole in plants? Plants में vacuoles large space लेते हैं. 70 to 90% of the volume of plant cell is of vacuole, right? They are permanent also. So they store toxic metabolic waste. Is it true? They help in the process of cell division. में help कर रहे हैं? No. They maintain turgidity. Absolutely right. Due to that turgidity, does it help? Does it provide the structural support? Yes. So the A, C, and D are true statement, and we need to find out not a function. So option B is correct. Now next, identify the common feature of mitochondria and plastids. So mitochondria and plastids have their own genome, they make their own DNAs and proteins, right? So ability to produce ATP, दोनों के पास है? No, हमें तो common चाहिए. Presence of DNA and ribosomes? Yes. True. Yes. Ability to produce food? No. And deeply folded inner membrane? देखो ये किसका है? Let us divide. This is only of mito. ये माइटो का है. ये दोनों का हो गया. ये माइटो का भी हो गया और प्लास्टिड का भी हो गया. And ability to produce food. Yes, precisely. Which plastid? Chloroplast. Chloroplasts are the kitchen of the plants, right? So which plastid? Yes, and deeply folded. Yes. Why mitochondria have deeply folded? Surface area for aeration. So option B is the right answer. Are you connecting, online students? Are you connecting well? Please keep short points in your answer sheet, whatever extra we are discussing. जो भी चीज आपके mind से miss out हुई है, make sure you are making notes. 2 slides of plant tissue parenchyma and sclerenchyma are shown to you. ठीक है. You can identify sclerenchyma by the. अब कैसे identify करोगे? Yes. Are you going to differentiate the two on the basis of position of the nucleus? No. Size of the cell? No. Thickness of the cell wall? Yes. Location of the nucleus? No. So thickness of the cell wall helps you to identify which one is parenchyma and which one is sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma के पास क्यों होती है thick cell wall? Yes, it's a whole cell wall is deposited with a lignin that makes, and that lignin is only there at the corners in which kind of plant tissue? Parenchyma, right. So branched and uninucleate muscle fibers interconnected by oblique bridges are present in at. Which of the following statements are correct? इसमें से कौन सी statements correct हैं? चलो true false की तरह करते हैं. ये सबसे easy होता है figure out करना. Hybridization means crossing of genetically dissimilar plants. क्या ये बात सही है? ये as it is statement आपके NCERT में given है, तो this is true. Cross between two varieties is called interspecific. It is intervarietal, right? So this makes it false. Cross between two species are known as intervarietal. No, it is interspecific. So then again it is false. Introducing genes of desired character into a plant gives genetically modified crop. Yes, GM crops बनती है ना? So this makes the statement true. So which statement is correct? 1 and 4, option C. Water stored in dam possesses no energy. Whenever the water is stored in a dam, the water is always stored at height, so the water always possesses which energy? Potential energy. Moving ahead, everyone. 10 seconds. Okay. A ball is thrown vertically upward from the earth's surface. ये थोड़ा सा हो गया आपका. Let me pull it down. Yes. A ball is thrown vertically upward from the Earth's surface with an initial velocity. This should be 98 meter. This is 98 meter per second. The time taken in which it will return to earth is
10
so
seconds.
D is this. So this is vertically upward वाला case. 10 second है ये ठीक है. Vertically upward वाला case बताओ. What should be G? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. We will be taking G as negative. आप G को negative लेंगे. आपसे time पूछा गया है. So we will be either going for first or second equation depending upon what we have. तो कौन सा equation हमारे पास होगा? Vertically upward है तो V क्या हो जाएगा? 0 हो जाएगा. G क्या है आपका? Minus 9.8 meter per second square, right? And what you need to calculate? U is 98 meter per second. And what do we need? We need time. So which equation are we going to use? First equation, yes. V is equal to U plus dt. So what is V? 0. U is 98. G is minus 9.8. And what do we need? We need T. So minus 98 equals to minus 9.8 T. Negative will get cancelled. So T is equal to 98 upon 9.8, which is equal to, this makes it 10, and these two get cancelled. So time is equal to 10 seconds. Time क्या आएगा आपका? 10 seconds आ जाएगा. So the right option is 10 seconds. Option B. Cell, yes. A living cell wants to get rid of its worn out organelles. Which of the following will perform this function of the cell?
Lysosome.
I want to ask one thing here, class 9. When you were solving the previous question of numerical, have you shown working or directly given answer? Working. ने क्या किया? What she has done, इसने over emphasize कर दिया पेपर को. कैसे over emphasize किया उसने पेपर को? See, this is a class question, 1 marker question. She is writing this is U, this is G, this is T. इसकी जरूरत नहीं है. We need to utilize our time cautiously so that we do not fall short of time during exam. So you need to write just formula. This working is required to cater your MCQs. Given हम कहाँ लिखते हैं? मैम क्यों लिख रही है given? Just to tell you to read the question and get what we are having here. Right. Now coming on to question number 16. A farmer grows pea plant in his field. He should avoid the use of. उसको किसका use avoid करना चाहिए? Nitrogenous fertilizer, potassic fertilizers, phosphatic fertilizers, or manures. So what's the answer करना? Nitrogenous. Manures. खुद से सोचो. से सपोज हमें नहीं बताया व्हाट इज नाइट्रोजनस. ठीक है, हमें नहीं बताया. एनपीके फर्टिलाइजर सुने हैं? तो इसमें एक ही ऑप्शन करेक्ट है. नहीं पता हमें, हमने कहीं रीड नहीं किया, कुछ ऐसा सा आ गया. तो एनपीके फर्टिलाइजर्स हमेशा एक ही साथ यूज होता है. नाइट्रोजन, फॉस्फोरस एंड पोटेशियम. तो उसके नेम दे दिए उसने. नाइट्रोजनस फर्टिलाइजर्स, फॉस्फेटिक इज फॉस्फोरस एंड पोटेशियक इज पोटेशियम. So this is their 3 options are nothing but representing NPK fertilizers. So which one? Manures. तो वो 3 तो अवॉइड नहीं कर सकता ना, वो एक ही अवॉइड कर सकता है. तो वो क्या होगा? Manures. I told you if we are not getting the right one, what strategy we should build up? Start eliminating the wrong ones. Gradually you will reach to the right options, right? So manure is the right answer. ठीक है. देखो जो एनपीके है ना, वो प्रोटीन को बूस्ट करते हैं. प्रोटीन्स में भी आपका नाइट्रोजन कंटेंट बहुत ज्यादा रहता है. सो एनपीके आपका किसको बूस्ट करता है? प्रोटीन्स को बूस्ट करता है. तो when you talk about pea plant, peas, green peas or the yellow peas. Green peas are the matar we eat and the yellow peas are the matra. छोले कुलचे खाते हैं ना हम, तो those are yellow peas. Both are rich in protein and the protein they are rich in is biotin. और प्रोटीन हमेशा किस जहां जहां प्रोटीन होता है, जिस जिस क्रॉप में, वहां पे ये वाला फर्टिलाइजर यूज होता ही होता है. अंडरस्टूड? अब याद रखना. Next, Ajao, we have our assertion reason. We'll be moving to assertion reason now. For noble gases, the valency is zero. Is the statement true? No? Yes. For noble gases or inert gases, the valency is always zero. So the statement is true. Noble gases have 8 valence electrons. False. This is true. अब इसमें ये चेक करते हैं कि करेक्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन है या नहीं है. वो कैसे चेक करेंगे? Just put because over here. यहाँ पे because लगाओ. For noble gases have 0 valency because noble gases have 8 valence electrons. Reason is right. The only exception. So we won't go by exception. In chemistry जब भी आप पढ़ते हैं तो उसमें exception होता ही होता है. Its valence electrons are completely filled भी होता है. ठीक है, and it has 8 valence electrons. So this will go. A is true, R is true, and R is the correct explanation. Next, xylem vessels and sieve tubes both are meant for transport purposes in plants. Is it true? Yes, both are conducting tissue. तो दोनों कैसे क्या है? Both are conducting tissue, so both are used for transportation purposes. Xylem vessels helps in transporting food and sieve tubes help in transporting water and minerals in plants. क्या ये बात सही है? नहीं. Xylem vessels helps in transporting food.
No.
So what is the mistake here?
Water and
Yes. So how are you going to rectify it? By writing water and minerals. And sieve tubes helps in transporting water and minerals. No. Sieve tubes are the cells of phloem conducting tissue. So they helps in the transportation of food. So transportation of food by phloem is known as, what is the specific name for this? When the food is getting transported by the phloem tissue to different regions of the plant, what do we call it? Yes, we call it translocation. नहीं याद था ना? लिखो वापस से. Transportation of food by phloem tissue is known as translocation. This is important. So here A is true and R is false. A true, R false. Now here children, sound energy is propagated as longitudinal waves in air. Sound energy is propagated as longitudinal waves. Is it true or false? साउंड एनर्जी किसकी होती है? लॉन्गिट्यूडनल वेव्स की होती है या फिर हमारी ट्रांसवर्स की होती है? लॉन्गिट्यूडनल की होती है. एब्सोल्युटली राइट. सो दिस मेक्स द स्टेटमेंट ट्रू. इन लॉन्गिट्यूडनल वेव्स इंडिविजुअल पार्टिकल्स ऑफ द मीडियम vibrate in a direction parallel to the direction of propagation of the wave. Is it true? Is it true? Yes, the medium particles vibrate parallelly to the. Parallelly कैसे होते हैं? How are the particles vibrating? Back and forth or to and fro movement. And how is the wave moving? From left to right. Wave कैसे जाती है? हमेशा left से right में जाती है. So is the statement true? Yes. Is it the correct explanation? Yes, this is the correct explanation. Now moving ahead, chromosomes are made up of DNA and protein. Chromosomes क्या DNA और protein के बने हुए? Absolutely right. Chromosomes में DNA और protein ही है. Chromosomes are thread-like structures present in the nucleus of the cell. This is true. No. Chromatin is a thread-like structure. Yes, this makes it false. Chromosomes are the rod-like structures which are present in the nucleus. But chromatin material is a thread-like structures which is present in the nucleus of the cell. So this makes the statement false. So A true, R false. Please check your assertion reason. Now we are over with section A. Count your marks and who scored full. Be honest to yourself, online as well as offline students. If not, how many down? 18. 18. 5 down. 5 is a huge number. 5 is a huge number, children. 18, 17. देखो सेक्शन ए में ही नंबर डाउन हो जाएंगे तो सेक्शन बी, सेक्शन सी, सेक्शन डी, सेक्शन ई, कितने सारे सेक्शंस हमारे पास पड़े हैं. एंड दिस इज द सेक्शन जिसमें आपके बाइनरी चेकिंग होती है 0 या 1. कहीं बीच में तो मैम हाफ नंबर देंगे नहीं आपको, राइट? तो इसमें सबसे ज्यादा स्कोरिंग कैपेसिटी होती है इस सेक्शन में. This is a question based on which topic? Isotope and isotope. इस पे पक्का question आना है. ठीक है. Composition of the nuclei of two atomic species X and Y are given below. So X का composition क्या है? Protons 8 है, neutrons 8 है, और Y में protons 8 है और neutrons 10 है. So what is similar in both of these? Protons. मतलब दोनों का atomic number क्या है? Same है. तो अब वो पूछ रहा है गिव द मास नंबर ऑफ एक्स एंड वाई. पहले तो मास नंबर दे दो. टू कैलकुलेट मास नंबर व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू डू? Are you going to add the protons and neutrons? So mass number calculate करने के लिए हम इन दोनों को add करेंगे. So here mass number is 16U and here it is 18U. And now tell me what is the relationship between the two? Please give a statement also. A and B are isotopes because both have same atomic number, that is 8, but different mass number, that is 16 and 18U respectively. Give statement along. Relationship between the two species X and Y are isotopes because X and Y have same atomic number, that is 8U, that is 8, but different mass number, that is 16U and 18U. ठीक से लिखो. Did the first part. Will attempt the second part as practice in the notebooks, and whosoever has attempted the second part will attempt the first part in the notebooks for practice. तो एक्स्ट्रा मार्क्स तो मिलेंगे नहीं मैम. फर्स्ट ऐसे अगर कभी हो जाता है कि आपने दोनों पार्ट कर दिए फ्लो में, तो टीचर हमेशा ऊपर पहले वाला कंसीडर करती है, सेकंड वाला टीचर कंसीडर नहीं करते. ठीक है. दूसरा वाला आपने सही किया है, गलत किया है, डजंट मैटर. जो पहले टीचर को आ रहा है चेकिंग उसी की होगी, ये ध्यान रखेंगे. Now next, in an atom, in the atom of an element X, 6 electrons are present in the outermost shell. एक एलिमेंट X है जिसके पास 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं उसके outermost shell में. If it acquires noble gas configuration by accepting the requisite number of electrons, then what would be the charge on the ion so formed? उसके ऊपर चार्ज क्या होगा? अब इसमें ये नहीं बता रखा कि 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन M में है या N में है, के L M में है. राइट. हमारे पास कितनी शेल्स होती हैं? अभी तक तो हमने M तक पढ़ी है, शेल्स आगे भी जाती हैं. सो L में भी मैक्सिमम 8 जाता है, M में भी 8 जाता है. अब वो कह रहे हैं जो आपके पास एलिमेंट X है उसकी आउटर मोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन शेल जो भी है, इट कुड बी L, इट कुड बी M, राइट. उसके पास वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कितने हैं? 6 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है. अब वो बोल रहा है कि अगर वो कुछ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एक्सेप्ट करता है और कौन सा इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन अचीव करता है. मोटिव तो सबका ही नहीं होता है. व्हाट इज द मोटिव? टू अंडरगो चेंज, टू अचीव द नियरेस्ट नोबल गैस कॉन्फ़िगरेशन. तो अब वो बताओ कि उसके ऊपर चार्ज कितना होगा? 2 माइनस. यस, द चार्ज वुड बी 2 माइनस. -2 भी लिखा है तो टीचर विल गिव यू मार्क्स. द चार्ज ऑन द आयन सो फॉर्म्ड is -2. But you need to show working for this. आपको working दिखानी पड़ेगी. आप इसमें क्या बताएंगे? The element X has 6 valence electrons. आपकी explanation होनी चाहिए. Element X के पास कितने valence electrons हैं? It has 6 valence electrons. So element X needs 2 more electrons to achieve its inert or noble gas configuration. Thus, by gaining 2 electrons, element X will have 2 negative charge on it. Don't feel like writing. Done, everyone. Next question is का B part discuss करें. In response to a question, a student stated that in an atom, the number of protons is greater than the number of neutrons, which in turn is greater than the number of electrons also. Do you agree with the statement? Justify your answer. क्या आप इस स्टेटमेंट के साथ अग्री करते हैं? क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहा है आपसे? A student stated that in an atom जो number of protons होते हैं वो हमेशा किससे बड़े होते हैं? They are always greater than number of neutrons. क्या ये बात सही है? क्या ये बात सही है? ये बताओ. ये बात तो गलत है. Right, which in turn is greater than number of electrons. क्योंकि protons और electrons का number same होता है. तो अगर protons का number neutron से ज्यादा है तो electrons का number भी neutron से ज्यादा होगा. क्या आप इस बात से अग्री करते हैं? डू यू अग्री विद द स्टेटमेंट? नहीं करते तो जस्टिफाई करो, जल्दी से बताओ. If you do not agree with the statement, so can you justify? Can you justify this? When they were counting the masses for electron and proton, still the mass of the whole atom is coming little extra. And that means there must be something else which is also present in an atom. That was what? Neutrons. So can electrons and protons be more in number in any case? No. Right? So write down. I'm giving you the answer. सबसे पहले आप स्टेटमेंट लिखेंगे. I do not agree. I do not agree with the above statement because reason number one, electrons and protons contributes to a charge of an atom. Whereas neutrons contributes to the mass of an atom. So, number of neutrons will always be more than the number of electrons or protons in an atom. Understood? So you need to give the characteristic property of electrons, protons, and the neutrons. Electrons and protons contribute to the charge of an atom, and whereas neutrons contribute to the mass of an atom. So all together mass, इसमें आप एक line और लिख सकते हैं, all together mass of an atom is always more than the combined mass of electron and proton. ये वाला line लिखो. This can be the fourth point. This can be a fourth point. यहाँ पे मैं am writing third point over here. So all together the mass of electron and proton is always less than the mass of a whole atom. ठीक है, तो आपने जस्टिफाई किया कि ये चार्ज को कंट्रीब्यूट करता है, न्यूट्रॉन्स मास को करते हैं, और जब हम मास ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन और प्रोटॉन देखते हैं तो हमेशा कम रहता है, किससे? टू द मास ऑफ होल एटम. So the number of neutrons will always be more than the number of electrons or protons in an atom. So this gives the full justification to the answer. ठीक? Sometimes it is a gameplay in the question paper. That question counts for lesser marks, but the explanation is in detail. So keep your sentences short and give the full information. ठीक? अब next आ जाओ. Next question is root tips of a plant were cut and replanted. Will the plant regrow or not? Justify your answer with appropriate reasons. अगर आप रूट टिप्स को कट कर दोगे तो बेसिकली आप किस मेरिस्टम को कट कर रहे हो? एपिकल मेरिस्टम को कट कर रहे हो, राइट? इफ यू आर गोइंग टू कट द रूट टिप्स, so will you be able to regrow the plant or not?
No.
Samriddhi saying yes, Samar saying no. क्वेश्चन को ध्यान से पढ़ेंगे, क्वेश्चन को ध्यान से पढ़ेंगे. एपिकल मेरिस्टम इन रूट्स. रूट्स में कोई एपिकल मेरिस्टम नहीं है. सो नो एपिकल मेरिस्टम इन रूट्स मतलब नो टोटिपोटेंसी. मेरिस्टम्स के पास क्या होता है? कोई टोटिपोटेंसी नहीं होगी. टोटिपोटेंसी नहीं होगी तो सेल डिवीजन नहीं होगा. नो टोटिपोटेंसी मीन्स नो cell division. When there will be no cell division, what will happen? Will the plant grow?
No.
No. The plant will not grow. Right? So now give me the answer. Will the plant regrow or not? No, the plant will not regrow. तो ये सारी चीजें इंटरकनेक्टेड है. अगर आपकी रूट टिप्स कट कर दी गई हैं तो एपिकल मेरिस्टम नहीं है. अब मेरिस्टम ही नहीं है तो उन मेरिस्टमेटिक सेल्स नहीं है तो कोई टोटिपोटेंसी नहीं होगी. टोटिपोटेंसी नहीं है तो क्या नहीं है? नो सेल डिवीजन. नो सेल डिवीजन मीन्स नो प्राइमरी ग्रोथ. अब कोई प्राइमरी ग्रोथ नहीं है तो द प्लांट विल नॉट रीग्रो. द प्लांट विल नॉट रीग्रो. Yes. What is the function of this part? What is the function? It is the powerhouse.
generation.
Yes, it helps in generating ATP. क्या क्या क्या?
Adenosine triphosphate.
Yes, adenosine triphosphate. What will happen if the part C is removed from the cell? First, we need to figure out what is this part C. Part C क्या है?
RER.
It is little confusing figure. Which part it is talking about? अगर हम इसको ध्यान से देखते हैं, this is Golgi. पार्ट डी इज गोइंग टिल न्यूक्लियस, ये दिख रहा है ना आपको, पार्ट डी आपका न्यूक्लियस है। एक मिनट, this is ER. ER is always closer to the nucleus. Part C is your ER, children. Part D is your nucleus. A is your Golgi apparatus.
मैम जो ए और बी जो और पार्ट है, ये ए और बी दोनों का है, फिर बी का और पार्ट है?
D का और पार्ट है, A और B दोनों का नहीं होता।
कौन सा था ना?
नहीं 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 नहीं, जिस पार्ट के नीचे और गिवन है तो दैट मीन्स और बिलोंग्स टू दिस ओनली, दिस इज और।
कितने मार्क्स का?
23rd है ना, 2 marks का। So 1 mark each. What is the function of mitochondria? ATP generating reactions, right, takes place here. अगर आप ER remove कर दोगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? प्रोटीन्स फॉर्म नहीं होंगे और नो मेम्ब्रेन बायोजेनेसिस, राइट। तो जो यस, नो डिटॉक्सिफिकेशन, तो हमने ऐसे क्वेश्चंस बहुत सारे किए थे। अगर वो चीज नहीं होती या फिर वो हो जाती है तो व्हाट हैपेंस इन दैट केस, जो जो फंक्शन हो रहे होते हैं दोस फंक्शंस विल नॉट टेक्स प्लेस। अब इसका और पार्ट है, हाउ इज बैक्टीरियल सेल डिफरेंट फ्रॉम एनिमल सेल। So one is prokaryotic cell and one is eukaryotic cell. So जो आपका बैक्टीरियल सेल है वो क्या है? प्रोकैरियोटिक सेल है, और जो आपका एनिमल सेल है वो क्या है? यूकैरियोटिक सेल है। सबसे पहले तो ये बताना है, तो प्रोकैरियोटिक सेल्स में क्या रहता है? They do not have the membrane bound nucleus, whereas in eukaryotic cells have membrane bound nucleus. Yes, or
Membrane bound.
prokaryotic cells are always incomplete cells and the eukaryotic cells are always complete cells. इसके organelles membrane bound होते हैं, इसके पास सारे organelles भी present नहीं होते। Yes, बट आप मेरी बात सुनेंगे, आप लोग को अगर स्पेसिफिकली 2 पॉइंट्स बोले गए हैं तो आपको प्राइमरी 2 पॉइंट्स बोलने हैं, तो उसमें से एक पॉइंट तो आपका यही हो जाएगा कि बैक्टीरियल सेल इज अ प्रोकैरियोटिक सेल वेयर एज एनिमल सेल इज अ यूकैरियोटिक सेल। 1 point of difference, and second, it does not have membrane bound nucleus or cell organelles, it have membrane bound nucleus, right? उसके बाद कोई भी पॉइंट आता है जिसकी हम मार्किंग करेंगे। Got it, everyone? Question number 24 now. Define the term work done. आपको work done define करना है, तो work done को आपको जब भी आप define करेंगे तो you need to give the formula along, you need to give SI unit also. So define work done. Work is done when force produces displacement. Simple. Work is done when force produces displacement, and it is given by W is equal to F into S. ऐसे लिखेंगे where W is work done, F is force applied, and S is displacement. और SI यूनिट क्या रहेगी इसकी? Yes. And put the formula in the box. State the transformation of energy that occurs when you are riding a bicycle. Wonderful. Whenever we are riding a bicycle, the energy transformation is muscular energy. Beta, when you sit on the bicycle, you are above the ground floor, so obviously you will be having potential energy. So when you sit on the bicycle, you use your muscles. So which energy you are using? Muscular. So that muscular energy changes to potential energy. So as soon as you will start pedaling your bicycle, this potential, you will be having potential energy changing into kinetic energy. और अगर हम इसको प्रिसाइसली बोलेंगे, here your muscular energy changes into mechanical energy. Am I right or wrong? Tell me. Why I am saying so? Because mechanical energy is potential plus kinetic. So when we are sitting on a bicycle, we are at certain heights, so possessing which energy? Potential energy, and we are riding it, we are in motion also. So potential energy and kinetic energy goes hand in hand. So can we say that a final transformation is muscular energy to mechanical energy? And she is right. Friction will always be there. How will you ride a bicycle without friction? Friction will always be there, but यहाँ पे आप इतना ही देंगे, हैंडबुक थोड़ा सा अपर लेवल, ठीक है, उसमें और डिटेल में है. Now next is your potential energy of a freely falling object decreases progressively. Does this violate the law of conservation of energy?
No.
Does this violate the law of conservation of energy? No. Explain your answer. This is based on law of conservation of energy. Do you remember we did that ball wala example from position A to position position E. Position A is ball at rest, right? Ball drops down, and position E is the ball is at hits the ground. So किया था आप सबको याद है नहीं याद है ये बताओ? Everyone. Online students, do you remember? इसमें कौन सा डायग्राम आएगा? which table are we talking about? किस टेबल के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं हम? जल्दी बताओ. Yes, so here you will be talking about the ball position 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So A, B, C, D. You will show the downward arrow. Next is your position A. So ball is going progressively downward. So here at position A, you have to write ball at rest. ठीक है? अब ball moving down and just hits the ground. ठीक है? So we have to make kinetic energy, potential energy, and mechanical energy. We will be making 3 columns here. So we will be taking hypothetical values, right? So when the ball is dropped down, which energy is 0? Kinetic energy. Your potential energy will be maximum at the maximum height, right? Let's say this is 20 joules and let's say this will be 0 joules, right? क्योंकि यहाँ पे U क्या होगा? 0 रहेगा. So mechanical energy क्या हो जाएगा? 0 plus 20 equals to 20 joules. So gradually when it comes down, what will happen? Yes, it will increase to 5 joules. It will become 15 joules. So 5 plus 15. So mechanical energy remains constant to 20 joules. So you can make it 10 joule, 10 joule, and 10 plus 10 makes it 20 joule, showcasing the law of conservation of energy. So this shows 15 joules and this will be 5 joules and this will be 5 plus 15 plus 5 gives you 20 joules. The last one will be 20 joules for kinetic energy. Just before it hits the ground, the velocity will be maximum. Right? And there will be no height. No height means no potential energy. So potential energy is 0. So this will give you 20 plus 0, which is equal to 20 joules. Got it, everyone? So clearly from the above table, we can depict that. लिखेंगे आप, everyone. Does this violate the law of conservation of energy? First answer this question. No. No. Freely falling object. No. Freely falling object does not violate the law of conservation of energy, right? Potential energy clearly, potential energy changes to kinetic energy during free fall. Potential energy directly changes to kinetic energy during free fall, and the mechanical energy remains constant. This is how you need to answer this question. टेबल जरूरी है तभी तो बनाया है. टेबल जरूरी है. By doing so, they are increasing the time period for fall, thus reducing the momentum. Second point, reducing momentum helps to, yes, helps to prevent severe injuries. जितना इंक्रीज करोगे उतना आप मोमेंटम कम कर रहे हो, तो जितना आप मोमेंटम कम कर रहे हो उतना फोर्स कम अप्लाई हो रहा है. अब इसी का एक वाइस वर्सा क्वेश्चन क्रिएट होता है कि कराटे प्लेयर ब्रेक्स पाइल ऑफ slab of ice or a pile of tiles in one blow of hand. How is it possible?
Time decrease हो रहा है तो momentum
Yes, so he has to do it very fast. So by doing it very fast, so he has reduced the time period tremendously. उसने टाइम पीरियड बहुत ज्यादा रिड्यूस कर दिया. तो जब उसने टाइम पीरियड रिड्यूस कर दिया तो उसने बेसिकली क्या इंक्रीज कर दिया? मोमेंटम इंक्रीज कर दिया. तो उसने मोमेंटम इंक्रीज करके ही वाज एबल टू सक्सेसफुली ब्लो आउट द स्लैब ऑफ आइस और पाइल ऑफ टाइल्स. तो ये सारा गेम किसका है? मोमेंटम और टाइम का है. अंडरस्टूड? तो ये रिलेशन आप दे सकते हैं, ये फॉर्मूले की हेल्प भी आप ले सकते हैं. If you want to put the formula in your explanation, you can surely do so. लिख लो how two are related. कैसे मैंने फॉर्मूला को इंटरकनेक्ट करके एक्सप्लेनेशन दी है. छोटी छोटी चीजें लिखो. Typically upward and then returning to the hands of thrower. So which graph does it represent? It is represented by which graph? A, B or C? सोच के बताओ. A. When a ball is thrown vertically upward, it will be reduction in the velocity. तो जो velocity reduce होगी और highest point पे जाके क्या हो जाएगी? velocity 0. और जब वो वापस आएगा तो velocity फिर से increase होगी. So graph A will represent thrown vertically upward case.
लेकिन पहले आपने बी बताया था.
नहीं बेटा जी, कभी भी B नहीं बताया.
मैम आपने बी बताया एक बार.
नहीं, वो तब करेक्ट हो गया था बेटा. हम वो दूसरा एक क्वेश्चन कर रहे थे एनसीईआरटी एग्जाम्पलर का, उसके बाद उसका कोई डिस्कशन नहीं हुआ. राध्या,
मैम आई एम नॉट श्योर बट आई थिंक शायद करेक्ट हो गया था.
while deaccelerating to a constant speed, then accelerating, a body is deaccelerating. Body deaccelerate कर रही है at to a constant speed and then accelerate कर रही है. 3 words आ रहे हैं इसमें, deacceleration, constant speed and then acceleration. तो ये 3 changes आपको किस में दिख रहे हैं? C में. So body is deaccelerating, speed is reducing, then it is a constant speed and then it is a acceleration. So graph C. Okay, this was for visually challenged students, but speed and velocity can be differentiated? Yes? So can we discuss? So speed and velocity, distance traveled by the body per unit time. सबसे पहले meaning बताया जाता है, right? Distance traveled by the body per unit time in a specified direction. यहाँ पे आप लिख सकते हैं distance traveled by a body per unit time irrespective of direction, and this is in specific direction or scalar quantity, vector quantity. ठीक है? The two major points. So we are done with section B.